What is up, YouTube? It's your girl GERALa'sha and welcome back to my channel.
I'm free, I'm human, but I'm comfortable with me. I'm capable, got everything that I need. I'm focused and I'm living out my dreams.
And today, as you guys can tell by the title, you guys already know what I'll be doing today. And I'm going to be doing a story time telling you guys the time I got suspended for skipping class. But before we get into this video, I need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, turn the post notifications on, and give that bell a ring. And also share this video. Give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you guys turn the post notifications on to be notified every time I post a video. And also drop a comment below, let me know what you guys want to see next, because I'm going to do it, like, period. And that's just that on that. We're on the road to 2K, and yeah, like, help my babies get there, like, period. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So, if you guys don't know, I graduated already. I'm 21 years old. I'm not in school anymore. I'm about to start college. For the people that don't know, I graduated when I was 19 because of just, it was a lot going on at the time, and I don't want this video to be that long, so I'm trying to hurry up. But yeah, so I graduated at 19, and that summer, I turned 20. And then this year I turned 21. So if you guys are trying to figure that out, like, you're 21, but you graduated in 2018, like, how is that? Well, that's why. Anyway, yeah. So, this was my sophomore year, I think. Or my junior year. I think it was my junior year. And, I actually was in English class, and I didn't want to go because the paper that was due was like points, like it was a lot of points, like it was like it needed to be done, and I didn't finish it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I know she's going to like kill me. And if y'all had Miss Brown in English, like people who had Miss Brown with me, y'all already know she did not play. Like, she was cool and all that, but she did not play at the end of the day. And so I was like, I'm just skip, like, and that day was a really good day to skip. Well, I thought it was a good day to skip because the people that, one of my friends that I skipped with, her class, they had a sub. So she was like, oh, you can just, come to my class and skip with me. She was like, we got a sub, and, people take subs, like, they dumb, they don't know what they doing, like, So I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna just come with you. So, once the bell rung to go to our class, that was my 8th hour. Once the bell rung to go to 8th hour, I went with her instead of going to Miss Brown. When we got to her teacher's class, their sub was nowhere to be found. Like, nowhere to be found. And, like, they didn't really have anybody in class. So we left. We went walk around for a while, and then went to the bathroom. And then we came back to the class. We're like, well, let's go to class now, because they had, at my school, they have like officers walking around and stuff like that. If y'all went to Acadian High or go to Acadian High, y'all know how it is. Everybody says that's the strictest school in Lafayette, Louisiana, but it probably is. It probably is. It's kind of strict, but it's still fun at the end of the day, period. But yeah, so yeah, so we was like, let's go. We kind of looking suspicious and stuff, so let's just go to the class. So went back to the class, and when we got there was like buku people in that class. Like, I'm like, what is going on? Like, it felt like a family reunion. I'm like, baby, who was all these people? It was hot. It was already hot outside, and it was hot in that classroom. Y'all, when I say the whole school was skipping that day, the whole school was skipping. It was crazy. Like, it was crazy. And it's crazy because I don't remember who I skipped with. Like, I don't remember who I skipped with. I just know what happened. But anyway, that's besides the point. If y'all skip with me and y'all know what I'm talking about and y'all went to school with me, then tell me. Let me know in the comments. Because I really don't remember who I skipped with. I don't remember. But anyway, so, we were sitting down in class and we were talking, clowning, cutting up, whatever. we got tired, we got bored of being in class. We just wanted to go out, you know, and just get some fresh air. It was hot, it was bored, and we were just getting aggravated. So we left and we went to the stadium. And at my school they have Butler buildings, and that classroom was in a Butler building, like a trailer type. We call them Butler buildings. Some people say trailers, but in school it's a Butler building. So behind the Butler buildings at my school, our stadium was in the back of the school. Obviously, it's a school. So we walked to the stadium, and they didn't really have anybody there, but we were just sitting down in the stadiums talking. And then all of a sudden, when we got there, they didn't really have anybody, but then we started seeing other people come. So we were like, oh, okay, you know, they skipping too, whatever. And like the crowd just, you know, people started to fill up, you know what I'm saying? So somebody was like, oh, they got an officer coming or whatever. So we all like literally got so scared. So everybody was like peeping. So everybody was like, nobody else needs to move. Let's just make one person go and check it out and see, because we don't want to all get caught. You know what I'm saying? So one person went checking. It was like, it's cool. He went the other way. Nobody's coming. So we're like, okay, cool. We thought it was cool. And I got out of school at 2:35. Mind you, it was only like what time did we go to our 8th hour? 8th hour started, I think, at like 1:39. I think. 1:39. So by that time, it was like maybe like... time was going by really slow, it felt like. It was only like 1:50, like... Nah, it was maybe 2 o'clock. It was probably 2 o'clock. Probably. It was probably 2 o'clock. But anyway, so, I probably said anyway a lot, but oh well. But yeah, so all of a sudden somebody was like, y'all, they got this class coming. So we all like ran to the top of the stadium to look, and all we see is this class in a line coming. So it was like, oh, that's the track kids. Because my friend's in track, so I was like, oh, that's the track kids, because I seen her and some other people that I knew from track. And I'm like, oh, that's the track kids. And they were like, oh, okay, cool. They just come and, you know, start, because where the field is, our track is around the baseball field, you know, the stadium and everything. So it was like, oh, they just come and practice. But at first, we didn't see a teacher. So all of a sudden, there was like, oh, the teacher coming too. So I'm like, oh my gosh, bro. The teacher that teach the track kids was one of my teachers. She was one of my other teachers. And I'm like, she knows me. Okay, I just wanted to say that my teacher didn't notice me from my body or anything. She didn't see my body. What she noticed was my shoes. At the time, I had on these highlighter type Chucks, Converse. And you could see them a mile away. They were the neon kind. That's how she saw me. I just wanted to put that out there. That's how she knew it was me. Okay, let's get back to the video. Like, she knows me. So she got closer. Like, she was walking like fast. We was all trying to gather up our stuff and like go hide or something. So when she started coming, everybody just literally took out running and like ran straight across. And straight across our stadium, there's like a fence, and there's like some apartment complex like ahead. So people was jumping the fence, and me and my friends, whoever I was with, we were trying to hide under the Coca-Cola truck that was on the side, because I think it was about to be like game day or something, so the Coca-Cola truck was there, but we were trying to hide under the truck, but we couldn't fit. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I was just sitting down at the thing, and she seen me because my friend kind of pushed me, or whoever I was with, I forgot, but somebody had kind of pushed me, and like I was trying to like keep my balance or whatever, because there's like gravel. It was like gravel, kind of that red dust stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking about? But yeah, so she was like, GERA, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I know she was gonna find me. I just knew she seen me. I was so upset. But y'all, the people who took out running and jumped the fence, one of the girls, her pants ripped. When I say her pants ripped, they ripped. Like, it was like from like, it was from the back of her pants. So it was like from her leg on up to like her butt. Like, it ripped. Like, she was walking around with her pants ripped. Okay, another thing. I know y'all tired of seeing me, but probably not, because I mean, I'm a baddie. But anyway, somebody was nice enough to let her borrow their jacket to give her to cover up, because they have, you know, men walking around and stuff like that. So, you know, that was kind of like a lot. So yeah, somebody did give her their jacket. So yeah, I was like, oh my gosh. So the teacher came around and she was like, what are y'all doing out here? What are y'all doing out here? She was like, I'm going to call the cop and the principal. But at the same time, the principal and stuff was walking. And I'm like, no, don't tell them, because me and her are really, really cool. At the same time, I'm a student, she's a teacher. You know, she's just doing her job. So I understood, but at the same time, I was still mad. So she went up to him and she was like, y'all come with me. But the other people who took out running, that jumped the fence, they were gone. They were gone. But I was so mad, because I'm like, because I had ran with the kids to try to jump the fence, but I was like, I couldn't make it, because I'm like, I know I can't jump the fence, and it's not happening. Like, I'm too, not say bougie, but I'm not jumping no fence. No, because not about to bust my pants. No, ma'am. So we ran the other way to hide under the truck. The cops were like, what were y'all doing out here? And he started asking us, like, what class we were supposed to be in, and this and that, and like who our teachers were. He was like asking me what grade I was in. So I was like, I'm in 10. No, I was like, I'm a junior. And he was like, you're a junior and you're skipping? Because I was the only junior. Y'all, that was the crazy part. I was the only junior that was skipping with all the people that was skipping. Everybody else was sophomores and freshmen. I was the only junior that was with them. I'm like, bro, I'm supposed to be leading by example, and I'm here skipping with these kids. Like, this makes no sense. But just because I didn't want to go to class to get a bad grade for something that I did not complete, that was my fault. So if you're watching this, do not skip. Go to class. Get your education, okay? Don't do what I did. Don't be dumb. Anyway, so here comes the funny part. So then he took us to the office or whatever, and he started telling everybody, and I was cool with the officer. So he told the officer that I was cool with, and he was laughing at me and clowning me, talking about how you get caught skipping. Like, he was just on some other stuff, and I'm like, don't act like you never skipped in your days. Like, cut that out. Stop. So they was making a joke about it, but I was serious, because I'm like, bro, like, I just didn't want to go to class. Like, it's not even that serious. Y'all can just give me my little write-up and go. So of course they called our teachers and Miss Brown or whatever and told them that we was, you know, which one of her students was skipping or whatever, because they had already wrote it in the system that I wasn't there. So we were in the office sitting down, and the man was just still talking to us about why we was skipping, what we were doing out there, where we were before, and they started asking us the names of the people who jumped the fence, who all was out there. And I was a junior, so I don't really know any underclassmen. Like, I didn't really know them like that. I just knew the people that I had met in the classroom that I was around. I just knew them. So they were trying to get their boys' names and stuff like that, because it was mainly boys that jumped the fence. It was like a few girls, but it was mainly boys who jumped the fence, and they were freshmen. So I was like, I don't really know them, whatever. And then he was like, I need y'all to call y'all parents and let them know, because usually they just like write us up, or they expel or suspend. So he was like, I'm gonna suspend y'all for a day, and I'm also gonna call y'all parents. Y'all gonna call them right now to tell them what y'all did, because I know if I send y'all home with this paper, y'all not gonna give it to them. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in trouble. Like, I was so scared. I'm like, what am I gonna do? My mama's at work. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, how am I gonna pull this off? Like, she's gonna kill me. She's gonna kill me. So anyway, and I was never that bad in school. I just got in trouble for talking. So that was like my first time ever getting, like, you know, something really major. You know what I'm saying? Well, that wasn't really major, but it was big for me, because I never got in trouble like that. So the other girls went first, and they called their moms. And just so happened, y'all, I got so lucky. And the girls that was with me y'all already know y'all can vouch for this. I don't even remember who I was with, but all I know is y'all can vouch for me. Y'all know. So if y'all watching this, comment below and let the people know. Y'all. So it got to me, right? So my mom, when my mom didn't want to cook, not say didn't want to cook, but when she just wasn't up to it, when she was tired or whatever, she would order pizza. And me, I would be the one to call because I knew the number by heart. You know what I'm saying? So me, I was like, no, I'm not going to call my mama. I'm not. I'm going to call Pizza Hut and act like I'm talking to my mama. And that's exactly what I did. Y'all, this is so funny. Like, I still can't believe I pulled this off and this man just wasn't even, like, paying attention to me. Like, he wasn't. Like, I was so happy. I was so happy. But anyway, so I called Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut answered the phone. It was like, hello, welcome to Pizza Hut. You know, there was like delivery or carry out. So I was like, Mama, I got suspended from school for skipping. And the man was like, what? And I was like, I got suspended from school from skipping. So the man was like, are you sure you have the right number? So I'm like, I said, yeah. So I was like, I know. And I just kept going on and on. And he was like, what? And then that was like a long pause. And I was like, I already know you're going to take my phone. And I was just saying stuff, you know, that I know would be believable, you know. But I was more scared. I was still scared because I'm like, I wonder if he could hear the person talking on the phone. But he couldn't hear anything. Couldn't hear nothing because they couldn't hear. So the man was like, yeah, I think you got the wrong number. So when he said that, I was like, okay, bye. And I hung up the phone. So he was like, what did your mama say? So I was like, she said we gonna see when she get home. So he was like, oh, they about to tear your behind up. So everybody just bust out laughing. So he walked out the room and went print our papers out or whatever. So they was like, I said, yo, I didn't even call my mama. So they was like, man, who you talk to? I said Pizza Hut. They was like, you called Pizza Hut? And I'm like, yeah. I said, because I didn't even know my mama's number by heart. And the number that they had in the system was wrong. That was like an old number. But we had never went back and changed the numbers and got them fixed, got the things up to date. We had never did that. So they was like, oh my gosh, you're so smart. Like, I should have did that. And I'm like, y'all just not that smart like me. Like, I literally called Pizza Hut, y'all. Like, that's crazy. And my mama still doesn't know about this, but she watches my video, so she's gonna see. But yeah, Mom, I got suspended, and I lied to you and told you that I had a I lied to you and told you that I had a speech tournament, because at my school, when we had speech tournaments, our school would have like a half a day. But I told her that we were out of school the next day, and she believed me. Because, I mean, why would I lie? But that day I lied. So now you know it wasn't a speech tournament. I was suspended from school, and that was that. So that concludes this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys give it a big thumbs up. Please leave comments below. Let me know maybe if y'all skipped school one day, if y'all got in trouble, let me know. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys also subscribe to my channel, because my channel is lit, and that's just that. Like, get me to 2K, because why not? Become a part of LASHAGANG, because we're lit, and that's period. Okay? Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!